This is Mukti Ananda Ma from the world of Elarion. You who are listening now, tuning in beyond time and space, where we meet in a realm of remembrance, remembering why we have entered into this realm, this seeming world of death and sickness and suffering. A world, it may seem, that you had no part in creating. But in this space of remembrance, you will recollect both your desire to take the journey, the adventure, the miraculous experience of going from greatest illusion to greatest illumination that will forever expand on the momentum of the void of void, death. Like the atom bomb, death seemingly so empty, so devoid of life. No life present in it will serve as your atomic bomb, that which propels you and obliterates all previous lives and extends you into a different kind of radiation, a radiance of illuminated experience, experienced gained voluntarily through a willingness to cloak oneself in darkness. We live multi-dimensionally, multi-identities, in a multi-universe with multi-worlds. Multi is really not the most accurate word because these ways of experience are indeed unlimited. I want you now to come to the place where we meet in Elarion rain, where we are already gathered in the temple, in another one of your identities, an identity that lives and dwells in this higher world, a world of the higher dimensions that can hold the 9th and 10th and 12th and 11th dimension, the world of Elarion. And in this temple we are gathered, many of us, and there is great excitement amongst us, for now is the time in the collaborative world of death that together we will awaken to our part in this grand play of bringing our divine nature into union with an aspect of a limited self in the world of death, and to be transfigured, to overcome death through transfiguration. We are all great friends. We have agreed to do this play together, each with our own unique role. And as you tune into this temple space, high in the mountains of Elarion rain, And you hear the music of the silence that permeates the temple. As you begin to tune in to the hum of that silence and hear its music, its sounds. As these sounds separate themselves from one note into many notes, you hear the music that you need to hear to awaken your part, your remembrance of your role, and the teachings, and the power, and the matrix that you will illuminate and bring into this seeming world of death, helping all beings remember that they are indeed divine, and that the time for the illusion of death has come to an end. And we are living in that end. An end that will begin a new beginning. So I encourage you to embrace the impossible dream that you are seated with, the one that nobody will understand other than you. For this is your gift. This is your mission. This is what you have come to demonstrate in this world of death, to light the spark of divinity within all beings in your world. And so it is. I will take questions from the representative of humanity at this time. Now.
Thank you. All that was said is very impactful and beautiful. You said we will hear the music and that will illuminate our part of the matrix.
Yes, in being with the silence as best as you can find silence. Many of you are already hearing sounds. Some may call it tinnitus. But really what that is, if you think of an atomic bomb that is so small and yet has such great power, these sounds, these clicks, these ringings are really that small container of power or sounds that when it explodes becomes a radiating song. And so as you listen in the silence and begin to hear these sounds and allow them to unfold through an expanded awareness that becomes the container, the expanded listening, the expanded ear that you are able to allow the sounds of the one note to unfold into the many notes. And the musical notes become harmonious, and the harmonious song becomes words, and soon you hear your own voice from Elarion Rain communicating to you from the identity here, right here in the temple. And this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the embodiment of your identity in Elarion Rain as a divine awakened being, coming into oneness with the limited identity of death. All silence is all sounds. And when you tune into silence with your being, you will hear the music meant for you at this time.
Thank you. You spoke of lighting the spark of divinity. I love. Well, I guess is it possible for one to miss this party, as it were?
Only if it was your wish to miss the party. And simply that means is that you will exit through death and perhaps come back and experience the exit through transfiguration, which is really not so much of an exit as it is opening your eyes to the truth, and that you free yourself to come and go between worlds, between the world of death and the world of truth, eternal life, eternal identities.
Thank you. You spoke of an impossible dream, and that's our gift, our mission. And I don't know if it's true of all other beings, but I weep when I experience humans overcoming limitation in movies, what have you. I guess, how would you define miracles if we are in the age of miracles and this overcoming of limitation?
Miracles are really a manifestation, if you will, of breaking out of paradigms, a manifestation of one paradigm being left and another one being entered. And so these impossible dreams are often dreams that you've held since very young, if you remember them. And if not, then they will come to you. But they are impossible in the paradigm of the world that we are embodying as a limited identity now. But to the divine identity, they are not impossible. They are already realized in another reality. They are already known to be truth of life and beingness. The great adventure is to bring that truth into darkness, to bring illumination into the unilluminated, while not ejecting oneself from the world of death, but illuminating, you could think of it as a piece of the world of death, each of us illuminating our own piece of the world of death with our impossible dream. For some, that will be dreams. There are literally thousands of ways that this can be expressed, these impossible dreams. Some maybe have a dream of being able to fly, and some may have a dream of being able to transport or be simultaneously in multiple places in the world, not in a parallel world, but in the same world, in the same reality, multiple places at once. Some may have the impossible dream of leaving the matrix of death so that one can walk in the world of death but not be tied to its matrix that makes death a certain fate. One may materialize things out of nothingness. One may dream the impossible dream of holding a note, a certain frequency, regardless of any outer circumstances. To be able to bring harmony to the environment may be another impossible dream. At the simple wave of a hand, we have seen impossible dreams even in the world of death. Many of those being part of this now play happening, this transfiguration into divine beings through the gate of awareness versus the gate of death. Does that help?
It does. The bridge between our current reality and our miraculous destined creations, how would beings know that they are crossing it or on the bridge?
You are on the bridge if you are listening to this transmission. You can be certain of that. Where you are on the bridge is perhaps more interesting, at the beginning, at the middle, towards the end. I think the most important thing is to recognize that it is joyful and magical to experience the bridge step by step, to take notice of all the different scenery and life happening as you're walking over the bridge. For the bridge is the journey. It is the experience of time and space and matter through various iterations. There's no reason to rush across the bridge when you know what the end is. If you truly know what the end is, you enjoy a nice, leisurely pace. And many of us know the joy of the ending. We all know it. That's why we are bringing it through the experience of the world of death as our starting point on the bridge. And so we are not rushed, and yet we are moving. Maybe pausing at certain points on the bridge to enjoy the view, to take a moment of gratitude, to sit in awe in that specific point at the bridge.
Thank you. There's an inner desire to end limitation, at least for myself, for beings. When I've been told that I will perform miraculous actions through various frequencies, I guess the question would be, when do you think that will happen?
When you say it will happen. And when we mean say, we mean with all of your being, all of the power of knowing who you are and why you are here and how you are here. When that totality of knowingness distills and focuses itself to a decision of now, then now shall it be. And then that great now, you can think of it as a pebble being cast into a lake. You will feel the immediate plop of the pebble, and then its ripples will go out across the lake. That plop is not the manifestation. It is the certain knowing that it shall be. And the ripples are the experience of it unfolding across the space of you that is the world. We hope this analogy helps.
It does. I see many of the pieces, and I guess it's just a coalescing of identity being.
It is already most likely happening now. The plop has happened, and the ripples are moving across the lake of you and your world, giving you the unfoldment of the atomic bomb, the radiating vibrational truth of unlimitedness, limitlessness. It is already happening. Just as the moment you plant the seed and fertile soil, you can say the tree has arrived. And now we sit back and enjoy the unfoldment of its journey.
Thank you.
We are in the temple because here we remember. And we speak to the limited self, the one identity that has taken on limitation, to remind it not to worry, to remind it that it's okay to dream the impossible dream, to say yes to the impossible dream, to know that it is already true, that it is not becoming true, it is already true. It is already real. We speak to the limited identity and come in union. It is the limited identity that comes with all these questions. Anything else?
Thank you. You've answered my questions.
Very well. So let's together take a moment to breathe as one. The inhale, breathing in the freshness, the crisp air of your divine being, the one who knows that they are the creator, creating with life as life in themselves. Breathing in and exhaling. And breathing in. Exhaling. I celebrate with each of you. I celebrate in victory, for the end is certain. Your transfiguration is not a question. It is a truth. This is the time, and the time is now. Enjoy the ride.